Welcome to Great Hymns of the Faith. My name is John Fraser. I'm your host. I want to begin the program today with a special hymn. They're all special hymns, but this particular hymn is of great interest to me, and I'll tell you why in just a moment. First, let me give the title of the hymn. The title of the hymn is At Calvary, and the author of the hymn is William Reed Newell. His dates are 1868 to 1956. Now, let me tell you what is special about this hymn, about the author of this hymn. Newell graduated from Worcester College, Ohio in 1891. He then attended Princeton and Oberlin seminaries. After ordination, he became pastor of Bethesda Congregational Church in Chicago, Illinois. In 1895, he became assistant superintendent of the Moody Bible Institute in Chicago. Newell was known for his biblical commentaries on Romans, Hebrews, and the book of Revelation. Okay, folks, here's the special part about this author. Newell moved to Leesburg, Florida in 1910, and for some time was pastor of, are you ready for this? The Presbyterian Church there. William Reed Newell, the author of At Calvary, and this is sung by the Collingsworth family. Hope you enjoy it.
Spent in vanity and pride, caring not my Lord was crucified, knowing not it was for me he died on Calvary. Mercy there was great, was free. Pardon there was multiplied to me. There my burdened soul found liberty at Calvary.
Sing, girls.
By God's word at last my sin I learned. Then I trembled at the law I turned, till my guilty soul imploring turned to
salvation's plan.
oh, the grace that brought it down
To man,
oh, the mighty gulf that God did span at Calvary. Oh, mercy there was great
I trust that you enjoyed that hymn, and as I mentioned, the author, William Reed Newell, served for a time as the pastor of the Presbyterian Church right here, where Jill and I are living now in Leesburg, Florida, at Calvary. A great hymn. Well, let me move on to yet another hymn. Listen first, though, to Psalm 104, verse 1. O Lord my God, thou art very great. Thou art clothed with honor and majesty. And of course, the hymn is called Majesty. The words and the music are by Jack W. Hayford, and the year was 1980. This is an instrumental version of Majesty, and the pianist is Kim Collingsworth, the mom of the Collingsworth family. That was a family that Jill and I attended their concert not that long ago, and as I mentioned in a previous program, if you ever have the opportunity of listening, hearing, attending a concert of the Collingsworth family, be sure to be there. You'll enjoy it. Moving right along here, our next hymn is entitled The Love of God. The author of this particular hymn is Frederick M. Lehman. The year was 1917. Now, apparently there's a bit of history that goes with this hymn, and Lehman informs us that really a number of the stanzas were a part of a Jewish poem composed in the Aramaic language in the year 1050. Some of the verses were found on the wall of a hospital where people who had troubled mind would often go. And long after the author of those lines on the wall had died, it was discovered that he penned these words, hopefully, in moments of sanity. It's an interesting history. It's called The Love of God.
The love of God is greater far than tongue or
fill, and were the skies of parchment made, were every stalk on earth a quill, and every man a scribe by trade, to write the love of God above. Oh, it would drain the ocean dry, nor could the scroll contain the whole, though stretched from sky to sky. Oh, love of God, how rich and pure, how measureless and strong, it shall forevermore endure. The saints and angels' song. Oh, love of God, how rich and pure, how measureless and strong, it shall forevermore endure. The saints and angels' song. Oh, love of God, how rich and pure, how measureless and strong, it shall forevermore endure. The saints and angels' song.
James L. Nicholson, 1828 to 1876. He immigrated from Ireland around 1853, moved to America, settled in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania for almost 20 years, was a member of the Methodist Episcopal Church there. And then around 1870-71, he moved to Washington, D.C., and in Washington, he worked as a clerk in the post office department. Somewhere along that line, though, he had time to compose the words to a hymn that will be familiar, I think, to most of you. The hymn is called Whiter Than Snow. Reginald Heber. His dates 1783 to 1826. He became Bishop of Calcutta, India, in 1823. Now, he composed a number of hymns, but the majority of them appeared only after his death. The hymn that I want to share with you now of Heber's is called By Cool Siloam.
By cool Siloam shady rill, how sweet the lily grows, how sweet the breath beneath the hill of Sharon's dewy rose.
authors behind our next hymn. Most of the verses were composed by Sarah F. Adams, and the year was 1841. But there was an additional verse composed by Edward H. Bickersnath. Now, I'm going to share a little bit of trivia about this hymn, and I want you to think about it and see if you can come up with the name of the hymn before I reach the end of my trivia comments, okay? First, this hymn was sung in the 1936 film San Francisco, which won an Academy Award for the Best Sound Recording, and it was also nominated in 5 other categories. In addition, it was played on an organ in the 1983 movie The Big Chill, which received several Academy Award nominations, including Best Picture. Okay, here comes the final trivia clue, and this one is going to give it away, I know. It was played by the ship's band as the ship was sinking in the 1998 movie Titanic, which won more than a dozen Academy Awards, including Best Picture. And of course, the hymn that I'm referring to is Nearer, My God, to Thee.
Still, my soul shall
God bless, and the good Lord willing, we'll see you next week.